Hello and welcome to a Pioneer stream. Today we're going to be paying my debt to over 9,000 subs. Thank you, subs, for the donation. And we're going to be playing with what is technically my second invitational cards. Yes, that's right. I actually won 2 non-existent invitationals and I got to design Elvish Reclaimer. And this one has literally my name on it, right? Fall of the Fran. Hell yeah. So 6 mana, 5 and a white. It's a saga, comes into play, destroy all lands, and then chapters 2 and 3, each player returns 2 land cards from their graveyard to the battlefield. So, what are we doing with this? Great questions, thank you for asking. We combo this with Confounding Conundrum. 2 mana, this is an enchantment, when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Nice, good start. And then, whenever land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had another land into the battlefield under their control this turn, they return a land they control to their owner's hand. So, you see how this works? Blow up all their lands, then what happens? 2 lands come back, they trigger this, bounce both lands. Next turn, same thing. Meanwhile, you have Omnath, so the 2 lands coming back on your main phase allows you to still continue casting your spells. Also, you get back your lands, which is nice. And yeah, we get to actually ramp towards this thanks to Growth Spiral. I really wish there were other good ramp spells. I tried, there aren't, so we kind of have what we have here, but yeah, so we're trying to do that, ramping towards Shark Typhoon, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Elspeth Conquers Death. We also have access to Wandering Emperor, Supreme Verdict to clean up board states that can get messy, and then everything else is just some cheap removal with March of Otherworldly Light and Portable Hole. And then Skyclave Operation and Detention Sphere with Ominous of the Sea to smooth out draws. Obviously, this works out really well with Yorion as well. One thing to point out is you're going to be looking at this Soul God Lanterns in the main deck and thinking, what the hell's going on here? Well, remember how we blow up all of our opponent's lands and then they come back every turn? Well, if we exile them, they don't come back every turn. Yeah, that's another combo. Does that make sense? Yeah, we got it. Okay, sweet. The hardest thing about putting this deck together was the mana base, so I am very, very sure that this is probably wrong. The original list that we played a long time ago, was this like a year ago maybe more, I don't even know. But we were playing Mana Confluence, and boy was Mana Confluence bad, so we're not playing Mana Confluence today. And the good thing is that we did get access to Demand Triumph, which is a big deal for a deck like this because this makes things a lot better for us. And then Katria Triumph and Jetmir's Garden, which gives us the red mana to cast Omnath. Honestly, I've been trying. I think we have like 24 white sources, like 21 blue sources. So we're doing pretty good, I think, overall. So I think that the mana is going to work out. We'll see though. as always, we'll see how it works out. But another thing to keep in mind is Field of Ruin plus Confounding Conundrum is very, very much a combo. So that's another thing. Your opponent plays a land, you blow up their land, they have to, if they want to get a land back, they have to bounce a land. So it's effectively a sort of time walk. Yes, I just called Field of Ruin a time walk, so let that sink in for a second. Sideboard. Yorion, because we're a Yorion deck, because we can. Unlicensed Her, some extra graveyard hate. The current state of Pioneer is pretty graveyard focused, like Phoenix uses the graveyard, Greasefang uses the graveyard, basically all the blue-red decks use the graveyard, and then there's like some wacky combo decks as well. Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise are staples of the format. So, Unlicensed Hers is kind of a way to put pressure on them while keeping the graveyard in check. Dovin's Veto against all of the Planeswalker decks, against Control and stuff like that. Verdict against the creature decks. Either Gust, there's like Mono Green is one of the best decks in the format, if not the actual best. There's also Mono Green Ramp deck and stuff like that. Mystical Dispute looks pretty good against other blue decks and particular control decks. And finally, one singleton copy of Firewall. I didn't know what to do with this lot, so I decided to go with like a catch-all sort of card. It's possible that this card is just bad in the deck, but you know, who knows? Only one way to find out. Looking forward to maybe getting like a 1-4 or a 2-3 with this deck. Would be very, very exciting. At least my goal is to just follow the Fran and just Armageddon. Let's just one-side Armageddon, and I will be a happy camper. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for round number 1. Okay, so this hand has perfect mana. We also drew a bunch of our basics randomly. Am I still supposed to keep this hand? Like, it does stuff. I'm gonna keep it. We don't have green mana, which is a little bit awkward. But turn 1, we're definitely gonna fetch for a white source because we don't know what we're gonna fetch on turn 2. And we may want to Apparition. We do have 3 plains, 2 islands, 1 forest, 1 mountain. Opponent moves to 6. What are we up against? Sacred Foundry, fetch land, white source. Well, with second Apparition, we're definitely gonna fetch a second basic plains here. Yep. So second basic plains. This is working out pretty well. Kill your thing, thank you. Your turn. Next turn, kill your thing again. Love it. Following turn to fairy you. Stomp. My thing. So they get a 2/2. Ooh, okay. Conundrum. Don't mind if I do. Play Headquarters, Sigo. Next turn we get to Omen plus Skyclave. Now we can cast Omnath, which is sexy. I could march this. I kind of want to. Is my opponent just playing red-white midrange? I think I'm gonna save the march for Den, though. Because we don't have a field just yet, and this card may end up being problematic. Oh. That's also problematic. I mean, we could just Skyclave it, I guess. Exile Chandra. Let's see what we draw here. Another basic island is not the best thing there. Getting rid of Chandra is pretty nice, though. Let's see if my opponent has another shock. Strangle. Yeah. It's basically a shock. Can we draw Verdict? If we draw Verdict, we probably just win, right? Verdict is just game. We even get to hold up March for this. So I'm just gonna Omen this turn. No land. Verdict. Omnath is very sexy, so let's get Omnath on top. Green, white, one of each. One of each. And now this should help us basically race anything. Chilling at 18. Don't mind if I do. Did I just break Pioneer with Fall of the Fran? Can we draw Fall? If we draw Fall of the Fran here, how sick would that be? Don't Chandra me, bro. What is this? Conclave Tribunal. Wow. Okay, so I don't have enough to do this now, but I'm gonna exile the Conclave Tribunal next turn. We're gonna take 10, which is no joke. So we're gonna go down to 8, but then we're gonna gain 4 with Omna. Ooh. All right. Well, I can't pass this up, right? We're never in a million years passing this up. The Fran is gonna fall. Trust me, chat. The Fran is gonna fall here. How do we want to sequence this? So let's start here. So that's clean. This is pretty much a Titan 6 CMC. Yes, exactly. So I guess we're just gonna, let's just play this out and say go. I can march this. Or I can just Teferi minus that. But if my opponent goes to beginning of combat, I'm just gonna march the then instead. And then we Thran. Thran Conundrum is just so sexy. Thran Conundrum is just, whew, just fire. You got a Thraven Inspector, opponent. You have got a Thraven Inspector. Land would be great. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hero. We're gonna plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna plus the Fairy Hero. Play this shock and pass the turn. And now we can march the Conclave Tribunal. This is good. This is good stuff. I like this. Wandering Emperor. I mean, that's not bad for them. I don't think it does enough. So they attack, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we go to 1, and then Omnath closes the game. This is assuming my opponent goes for the Den activation. Was he enchanted by Omen? Great question. Confounding Conundrum. Combos pretty nicely with Fall of the Thran. Because your opponent gets back their lands and then their lands go immediately back to their hand. Where does Fall of the Thran fall in the Dreadmaw alignment chart? That's a great question. So... Opponent confirmed Coward. They're going phase, but they're not attacking with their dude. So we're gonna say just cast, white. Done. Am I just blocking the Samurai? I think I'm just blocking the Samurai. Because this is gonna die to the Thran. When the Thran falls, it's gonna claim victims. We lose. I guess my opponent can't have land shock. At least if they have actual shock, we lose. But I don't think there's no way my opponent has shock, right? Another Omnath. So what are we gonna do here? I'm asking what are we gonna do as if I don't know what we're gonna do, right? Who do I think I am? Of course I know what we're gonna do. Yeah. Play my land. Game 4. -2 on the Inspector. Kill Wandering Emperor. Anybody's game now. Anybody's game. The epistle with the subscription, 27 months. That was hot. That was hot. All right, what are we doing here? My opponent's playing to the board, so I think I like Verdict. This doesn't kill walkers, so I don't think I'm too interested in that. Gust is interesting. It answers Chandra. Opponent showed me the 2-drop. The 2-drop guy. Winning when opponent is at 20. Yeah, you don't need to attack your opponent. Are we cutting Follow the Thread in this matchup? Maybe we're supposed to. Just gonna cut one. Although this is sort of a mid-range matchup. Maybe Follow the Thread is just fine. I'm gonna cut one Conundrum and one Soul Guide. Opponent doesn't seem to have any graveyard synergies going on. Portable Hold basically only answers the 2-drop thing. There we go, fixed. Yeah, I think that's what I want, to just cut the Soul God Lanterns. This hand seems fine. Keep it. Turn 1 then. My opponent must have no idea what they ended up lining up against. You saw the Modern Vegas tournament announced. I did not. I don't have Twitter anymore. I mean, I do have Twitter, but I only go in on Twitter to just post. That's a nice draw. I only go on Twitter specifically to post when I'm going live, and like very, very rarely otherwise. It's been great. It's been great being off Twitter. Wizards Associated Magic 30, the ultimate celebration of 3 decades of Magic in Las Vegas, October 28 to 30. Modern tournament that fits into top 8 of a beta draft. Jeez. Okay, that's kind of hot. What does this do? Non-creature spells your opponent cast with mana value 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast. So killing this with March costs me like infinite mana. Is that how that works? I think that's how it works, right? So I could spend this turn to put Uri in hand, but the problem with doing that is that I'm gonna have to go to discard. I don't think I want to play another Garden. I also don't care about this super much. I think I'm just gonna cycle Jetmir's Garden. Play that and cycle. Like, this is not really that fast of a clock. This is gonna matter a lot more, but we're ways off here. There we go. So cycle here. Let's see what we find. Would love to. Ooh, another Passage is great. So now we can go Omnath. Oh, that's interesting. So now I can go... Yeah, because I really want to Omnath into something else. So I think I'm just gonna play this now. Draw a card. And I think I'm gonna march and pitch Portable Hole to this. Yeah. And done. So that kills the giant. Next turn we get to go Omnath into fetch land. Opponent misses land drop, which is good for the good guys. Why follow this trend? Is it good in this meta? Because it was a dono. And I will play literally anything when it's for a dono. Is it good in this meta? I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt that it is. Is it fun? Hell yeah, it's fun. Flames. So that Skyclip Apparition draw was pretty hot, I think. What am I killing? The Raiden or the Fable? I think I want to kill the Fable. I need your opinion on new primetime art from Secret Lair. It sucks. That's my opinion. The problem with making new arts for primetime is that they're always going to be objectively worse than the original art. So it's pretty frustrating, honestly, if you think about it. So if my opponent attacks here, I'm just gonna take it because we can always just Portable Hold this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play my Omnath. Let's play Spada's Headquarters, game 4, because Omnath is a pretty unreasonable card. Get rid of that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So next turn we can cycle a shark, or we can... Oh, I guess we can't the fairy because we have double attacks. Oh, this is from your graveyard, so my opponent can't get anything back, which is nice. What do you got, opponent? 5 mana. Chandra, Heart of Fire. I've never read this card. What does it do? You discard your hand. Exile top 3 cards of library. Until end of turn, you may play cards exiled this way, or +1 to deal 2 damage to any target. Or -9, search your graveyard and layer for any number of red instant or sorcery cards, exile them, and shuffle. You cast them this turn and add 6 red mana. They shock my thing. So sad. 2 mana. Justice Strike. Brutal. Okay. So my opponent's doing some stuff on some things over there. I'm probably gonna have to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can play Glacial Fortress here. Pass the turn. We're gonna cycle Shark. Espel Conquers Death, gets destroyed. Then now we can cycle Shark, make a big one. We're probably gonna block the Raidane. We can also just block the then, I guess. Shark, 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 shark. You understand what MTGO asks if we want to attack after yielding the turn? Like I'm yielding. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fine. It's kind of whatever. Can I block your Raydan, please? There we go. Typhoon. What do you got, opponent? A Ganjo, Seat of the Empire. Okay, we still kill your Raydan, which is what I wanted to do anyways. They shock my face. Archon of Emeria. It's mildly annoying. So I can minus the fairy on Chandra, which seems important. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do that and hold up March. March can kill the Den, which I assume that's what my opponent's gonna do. There's the Den activation. And here's an interesting choice we got. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is lethal. So if I give my opponent... If I give my opponent the chance to attack, I think they will go face, and then I can kill the Den. Which means that the fairy is gonna survive. So I think this is correct. I give them a 1-1, but... we go down to 3. I have Yorion. Oh. Those are my top decks. Really? This is how I'm gonna draw this game? Oh no! Arco makes it to be tapped. Oh, I can still untap it. Never mind. So we just Wrath. Oh man. Sometimes Moto is just like, here's the game. Have it. Here's the game. Oh, they're gonna draw Chandra here. I fucked this. Oh, wait. Opponent. There's a Field of Ruin in play. Let's go basic island here, I guess. You may bounce 2 lands, opponent. That's 2 lands. There we go. Bounce 1. Bounce other one. There we go. Good. Yes, you may bounce 2 lands, opponent. You may bounce 2 more lands, please and thank you. Luminarch Aspirant. You got it. You got it, 2/2. Plus. Let's play. Can we play another Conundrum? I think we don't have enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would need to shock. I can't afford to shock, so play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blink that one, that one, that one, and that one. Is this good enough? Do we think this is good enough, chat? Oh yes, I would like to take your 2-drop too. Thank you for that. Draw a card. Draw a card. Untap lands. Your go. Oh, this is something. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. You got it, champ. You got it, 2-2. Green, blue. Growth Spiral. We kind of want to draw Omnath here, though. Oh, look at that. That's a good draw. So let's... do we want to minus here? So let's start by using Omen. Bottom, bottom. Growth Spiral. What do we do here? Do I just draw a card? Let's Conundrum. Hey. Hey. Oh. I love this. Everything about this. So I think I'm not gonna play Omnath this turn. Because I think it's really important for me to hold up Aether Gust. So Elspeth conquers death. Death has been successfully conquered. And now we're gonna pass the turn. Yeah. Is this the great or what? This is such a troll deck. I love it. Such a stupid deck. My opponent's out there trying super hard to, you know, get the last couple of points of damage in. I'm gonna play this Omnath. Everything's gonna be sadness for my opponent. Stomp my face. That seems worth gusting, I guess. Because I don't think there's anything for 3 mana that they can kill me with. Oh, there we go. Alright, my opponent has seen enough. We would have gained life. We would have... I don't even want to count the amount of stuff that we were going to do. Let's just move on to the next game. Round number 2, another fantastic hand. Snap it off. We're having fun, but not as much as you had with Midrange. Mean. I enter again mid-movie. We'll figure things out as we go. Yes. Exactly. And this is my favorite. When you go turn 2 Confounding Conundrum, it should be called Confusing Conundrum, because there's no way your opponent does not go, huh? Whenever you cast turn 2 Confounding Conundrum. It is just Confusing Conundrum. Nothing confounding about it. Let's just Skyclave this thing. You're gone. Bye-bye. Would love to hit a land next turn. Strategic planning with the correct art. I love it. Respect for my opponent. Interesting. Well, we really need to find a land here, so I'm just gonna main phase this Omen. I'll take that, I guess. Any land will do. So I'm assuming they're playing Phoenix, which means that I can attack. Yeah, opponent has Fire Impulse. That's fine. Whatever. Do I want a Conundrum or do I want an Omen? I think I want to play the clunky one, but I really want to gain 4 life next turn when I cast Omnath. So I think Man, this is weird. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna Omen. I think it's very important that we guarantee that we find a land. Look up the definition of confounding. Does confounding mean confusing? Because if so, that's great. That's exactly what it should be. Treasure Cruise. Most broken card. Take 2. To cast surprise or confusion. Good. That's what it should be. I'm actually gonna take this Soul God Lantern here. I know that it's not a land, but easy land off the top. So green, white, blue. Here's this guy. Oh, they have Axe, so they are playing Phoenix. They discarded a real card, however, which is good for me. So let's just play Soul Guide, so we don't get Phoenixed out of this game. Dan Francisco with the tier 1 sub, come back for 40 months. Thank you so much for that, Dan. Really appreciate it. Welcome back to the prime time. They just whiffed straight up. They just cast pieces of the puzzle, put 5 cards in their graveyard. Clean. That is just clean. Portable hole. It's a little bit awkward, but... Oh, is Field of Ruin just... So let's go Conundrum into land. Let's play the Headquarters and pass the turn. If my opponent plays a land, we can Field of Ruin to put 2 lands back in their hand, which is pretty nice. Like, I'm not getting killed by this illusion token. Yes! 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 You've played right into my trap, opponent. And I'm gonna kill the Sunken Sun because that's a land that they can actually get value from. I don't think they play any basics. And they're gonna have to bounce 2 lands because of the conundrums, which is hilarious. Triggers! Oh, they do play basics now. Oh, I literally just saw one. Never mind, never mind. They still have to bounce 2 lands, which is really funny to me. Got him. Now we untap. Fabled Passage. So I'm gonna play... I guess I'm just gonna play Passage so I can put Urine in hand and I can still cast Wandering Emperor. ¿Qué haces, Ivancito, papá? Ivancito querido. Si tenía una donation que debía, así que estoy jugando Pioneer. Tap out for me, please. Alright, so they got Treasure Cruise. Just a little bit annoying, but I'm not really afraid of the amount of cards that they have. I'm more afraid of getting erased by Phoenixes. So, beginning of combat, we're gonna sacrifice to exile their graveyard. And now we're just gonna fetch. I think we're just gonna get an island here. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 white sources. That sounds good enough to me. Here's a Wandering Emperor, which probably wins the game. Side target creature, gain 2. ¿Se va a armar en Vegas? Recién me acabo de enterar. No sé cómo viene la mano. Vamos a ver. So here we're gonna make a samurai. Oh! Whoops. I didn't realize that it was a 1-1. Whoopsies! Well, obviously it would have been better to just reset the what's his name. But Urian's gonna draw 5 cards here, so... I don't know. I still feel fairly safe even after that punt, so... Just draw 5. Don't mind me just out here drawing 5 while sitting at 12 life. So we're gonna order some triggers. The conundrums first. So scry. This seems like a fine card to have, right? When I have all of this mana. I mean, I guess. If I got the first one, I'm gonna get the other one, right? Pieces of the puzzle. There's a phoenix. Oh no, that's not the phoenix. That's from the previous one. Never mind. So they put impulse and cruise in hand. Lightning axe, my dude. Discarding a phoenix. Okay. So here we're just gonna take 3 and just cast Elspeth Conquers Death, I think. Taking 3 seems okay. Not the biggest deal. An Omnath Throw would be fantastic, but we don't really need it either. 2, 3, 4, 5. Death equals conquered. They're not yet close to activating Hall, so gonna chill here. Honestly, it's not impossible for my opponent to deck themselves. Galvanic Iteration, okay. They're gonna take a couple of turns, which is fine because they're not doing anything with them. Pieces of the puzzle. So still have the cruise. And they just put the iteration in hand, I think. Hall of Storm Giants. Well, I guess if they... Well, but they can't cast another Time Walk and Hall. Shredder. That's fine. I'm just gonna get Portable Hold. So that, I think that was the last turn. Yeah. Yeah. This looks... Oh, I forgot to Omen of the Sea there. Whoops. Let's try to find an Omnath, because Omnath just closes the game here. Oh. One, two, three, four, five, six. Good, good. All right, so put this on top, put this on top. Oh, I love this. Oh, do I love this. Oh, this is so screenshot worthy. This is so ridiculously screenshot worthy. Oh my god. This is so screenshot worthy. Man, what a delight. What an absolute delight. Alright, so we want these. So probably yes, but Conquer Test maybe a little bit too slow. I guess Verdict seems fine. Portable Hole is weird. I guess it's okay. I do want Disputes. This is probably not a Follow the Throne matchup, even though obviously it was great there. Oh my god, this deck is awesome. Skyclave, Dispute, Desphere, Conundrum, Karate, Funny Typhoon. I mean, Tef is kind of how I win the game, though. Apparition kills Shredder, it kills Phoenix. Maybe I can cut... I think I'd rather just have... Lightning Axe only hits creatures, right? It doesn't hit Planeswalkers. That's from a time where cards would only hit creatures. So that's a reason to want to have Teferi over Shark. I think I'm going to cut a Portable Hole. Like, it only answers Shredder. This hand is incredible. We're going to keep this incredible hand. Keep. Wait, did I not take a picture? I thought I had taken a picture. F6. We're gonna play turn 1 Triumph, say go. We could also just turn 1. Yeah, let's turn 1 this thing. We can dispute a Shredder this way. We're just gonna hearse. You gone get hearsed, opponent. Shredder. Boop boop. Play that. Say go. We're still holding up Dispute here. Take 1. That's it. So I think I want to get a green source here. I could just Conundrum. I think I'm just going to Conundrum because we have this Verdict set up here. And like, we're kind of just chilling. Mr. Seri. Tier 1 sub, 23 months. Thank you so much for the almost 2 years. Really appreciate the continued support, Mr. Seri. Tap. Tension Sphere. So I think we're just going to get a green source here. Make sure that we can cast Omnath if we draw it. Blue, white, white. Verdict. Go. Beep, beep. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. So we're gonna end step Wandering Emperor, I guess, and begin the beatdown process. I think it's gonna get counter, but that's fine because next turn we're going to discard if we fail to find a land anyway. So Mystical Dispute. We're not gonna pay for it. I am gonna exile it, however. Land's good. Do I just want to Wonder an Emperor now? No, I don't think so. Just gonna make the same play. Phoenix. I look at my hand and I'm just thinking, how do I kill this? I have 7,003 different ways of killing this. Which one should I use? I think I'm just gonna use Emperor. Doesn't grow my hairs though, unlucky. Farai, you got it. I think we're just playing this out. When it grows the hers, whatever, right? Let's just draw a card. Slightly annoying. I'm gonna make a shark on end step and start clocking. Another dispute. Where are my lands, man? There we are. All right. So now we can do some disputing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Do we just swing? I kind of want to just serve with this. We get blown out by Otawara specifically. I think I'm supposed to start playing out these as 3 mana 2/2s, just to pressure. It's pretty nice. Okay. Omen. I think I have enough of those. Here's a Grey Ogre, opponent. What are you gonna do about my Grey Ogre? 3 mana 2/2. Go. I mean, we're just gonna continue doing this, I think. Eventually my opponent's gonna need to start doing something. We have so much removal in hand though. This is a lethal attack, as is. We have Double Dispute. License, Unlicensed Hearse is lethal. And we just win with random 2-2. 3 mana 2-2s are way too strong. See you next round. Alright, third match. I think I'm going to keep this hand because we can go turn 1 Garden, turn 2 we either Omen of the Sea if we're missing land drops, or we Growth Spiral if we do see a land. Mono red. That is a land, baby. So we're just gonna Growth Spiral this turn. Set up this Verdict. So we're speed racing towards Somnath. Are you excited for Double Masters 22? Yeah, I really want Ren and 6 to get reprinted and like a bunch of cards that are expensive for no reason. I would like for those cards to stop being expensive. Untap land. Anyone. Alright. Maybe they'll play one more thing into my Verdict. Hopefully. Paper Draft, okay. Uf, estaría lindo. Well, that's really scary. So I'm killing that with Elspeth. Jesus. That's really good. Swift Spear and Kumano. Huh. So if I don't do anything here, I have 2 turns to draw an untap land, but I can't set it up. I think I need to draw Omnath. Okay, so I think we're gonna top both of these. Because now we can go... We definitely have to sweep here. And now next turn we can Elspeth, I guess, to kill the Swift Spear. Opponent's gonna go Swift Spear into Kumano. I think this is maybe too much. I think this may be too much. I guess we can go Teferi Plus and then use March to get rid of this thing. That's kind of interesting. It also draws us closer to Omnath, which is again the main game plan. We have 3 mana. So now I guess we just Elspeth. Oh, we don't. No, we're fine. Yeah, white, 1. So this kills the Chandra. And if my opponent wants to get tricky and attack me with it, then we can kill it with March. And worst case scenario, I can just pitch the Fairy to kill this thing if it's lethal. Second Chandra is pretty brutal though. That's a lot of pressure. Yep, that's a heck of a lot of pressure. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna have to kill this Monastery Swift Spear. Omnath? No Omnath. But that means we're dead. So we can still draw Omnath into land. Okay. So that kills the Kumano, I think. And then blocks the Den. Hudson, thank you so much for the Prime sub. The last Pioneer streamer is back. God damn it. So if I kill Kumano here... Yeah, I have to kill Kumano. Because it's 2 damage, this is only 1 damage. We're not getting anything back with Elspeth Conquers Death, which is a little bit of a beating. And we lose to the Spectacle spell. They jinx me if I lose the game. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that, you know, Mono Red is obviously going to be pretty bad for us. Unless we draw Omnath. Can you please kill my Skyclave opponent? Opponent did not kill my Skyclave. So I'm not getting anything back with Elspeth Conquers Death. Alright. Omnath? Omnath one time? Ugh. So close. But not so close. It really wasn't that close. Okay, Fall of the Fran. I think I like Veto. Probably want Verdict. Apparition seems a bit weird. Soul Guides we can just cut all together. Oh, cut the Elspeth. Bring in Soul Guides. Bring in Skycliffs. This seems fine to me. I mean, that's as good as we can do. I mean, I can imagine that there are certain hands that we can draw that will allow us to keep up. So I don't think that this is like straight up we're dead, but I mean we can't win with that hand. Keep this bottom Veto. I probably have to find a blue source so I can guarantee that I can play my Omen on 2. Yeah, I probably just have to Omen because I can't afford to miss on a white source, right? Days 820 with the Prime sub. Welcome back for 8 months. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for being here. That's rough. I mean, I think I have to keep these. I don't love it, but these cast Omnath, right? That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, so we can make a 2-2 next turn. 2-2 trades with Kumano, which is not bad. Wandering Emperor is great. Gives me a little bit of a life buffer, which is very much needed right here. Oh, yikes. Dude, like, this card is such a beating. This card is just so impressive. Rolling Vortex, Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Ugh. Kind of brutal. Okay. Sure. Ivan, 22 meses. Mono Red goes brrr. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it any better. What am I doing? I think I'm cycling Shark. Making it 2-2. Alright. Talk to me. Fetch land? Fetch land? That's a Kriegasm, folks. That is a Kriegasm, folks. What am I killing here? I'm just Teferi, right? Teferi plus. Is that a good turn? I think that may have been a good turn. Maybe we have a shot here. Maybe we have a shot, because Omnath still is as absurd as ever. We can march without taking any damage from Eidolon, which is nice. And I think I'm going to kill the Roiling Vortex. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So, we're gonna march one of these. Then minus on Chandra. How's he doing? How's he going, Kurt? What do we do here? I can Skyclave kill this thing. Then we're taking 2 from these. The fairy minus... Man, we have so many options here. It's a little bit overwhelming. The second Roiling Vortex is really bad for us. I'm trying to think if we can win this game without casting any spells into the Eidolon. I have Wandering Emperor to get rid of the Bone Crusher, so I'm not super scared of that. But Vortex allows... Like, Eidolon kind of helps me, which is the thing. They're also going to take 1 damage from the Raminap Ruins here. Okay, so I think... 2, 3... I think I'm just going to pass. As weird as that may seem. We take 2, down to 10. Play this. This forces my opponent to take 1 point of damage. I can train Omnath for Bone Crusher. If we trade Omnath for Bone Crusher, we're gonna attack face. Trade there. -3 on Chandra. Pass the turn. We're gonna Wandering Emperor. The Eidolon. Opponent's down to 1 card. One thing to keep in mind. And they can't really activate these Raminap Ruins because then I get to gain life. So we're sort of kind of doing it a little bit. Maybe not super much, but maybe a little bit. I just realized that you get 2 activations of Wandering Emperor when you Yorion. Like, you can still activate it on your end step, which is sick. That's kind of insane. I hadn't thought about it until right now. That's wild. Hashtag synergy, am I right? Opponent. Opponent attacks. So now I think we Emperor. I guess I could march the Eidolon. This allows me to put a token into play, and then I can raise them. Yeah, I think I like that better. So I'm just gonna march them. I'm gonna march the Eidolon, pitch in the Supreme Verdict. So march here, pitch Verdict, and end of turn Emperor, make a Samurai. Cast, target this, and we want to make sure we make this X equals 4. Torch of Defiance. It's really good. We get to kill it, which is nice, but... Monastery Swift Spear. Opponent takes the damage instead. Play with fire. Make a Samurai. Okay. Now what? We make another Samurai. We Skyclave. Kill Chandra. So we are... Are we winning the race here? I guess we can exile our own thing. So I'm gonna put Urine in hand this turn. I can exile my own creature in order to gain some life. This is... We're winning the race here, as is. So I think my opponent would need like a Bone Crusher Giant, because Bone Crusher shocks me and gives them a blocker. So if they drew exactly Bone Crusher... Chandra dressed to kill. I don't think that's good enough, right? This is just, yeah, they're just more. Woof! That was tight. That was tight. Yeah, this is, I think this is what we got. We can't do anything better than this. I don't think we won't dispute. Portable Hold does seem really good. Didn't really draw any there, but can we please 5-0 with this deck? Can we have people wondering whether Follow the Trend is a meme or not? Opponent moves to 6. This hand is so tempting. I'm gonna keep it. We're on the draw. We just have to draw basically any 2 lands and we're gonna be good. Opponent moves to 5. Maybe. Maybe we can get there. Any Triumph off the top. Right here. Triumph. Take that. We take that for sure. So now we can play turn 2 Growth Spiral without taking any damage, which is obviously great. Eidolon. Never mind. We actually take damage. I'm still going to do it because it allows me to Verdict. If we find any land. Yeah, Vortex kind of sucks. So here's a lot of damage. I don't think I can not cast a Growth Spiral here, though. Okay, we did get there. Phew. So I think we're going another white source here or a blue source. I think we want another white. Here's a Verdict. Alternatively, I could have main phase Wandering Emperor killing the Eidolon. That would have been interesting as well. Soul Scar. This game's close. So I think we're gonna Skyclave. Killing the Vortex. Or killing the Soul Scar Mage. Let's kill the Vortex. So if my opponent attacks and kills a Skyclave, we get to Verdict, which is nice. If they play a Chandra, we probably Skyclave. So here opponent gets it to 2. Best case scenario is opponent has a Monastery Swift Spear. Looks like they don't. Down to 8. We can Verdict now. We can also make a 3/3. We can put the Teferi into play. But I think that we'll lose to a Shock if we Teferi, so that's probably not a good idea. I think we just Verdict. And if opponent spends their entire turn playing Bone Crusher, then we're probably going to be in okay shape. Rampaging Ferocidon. Probably Teferi minus. If my opponent spends their turn answering Teferi, if we find the land of Omnath, we probably guarantee the win. There's Bone Crusher. Let's plus first. No land. Unlucky. We'll probably steal Omnathing. Oh, we can't Omnath. We don't have a red mana. Brutal. So let's Omen now. Try to find... None of those are red sources. Another Verdict. Okay. That kind of sucks a little bit. So they're drawing... I think that's a random card, and next turn they're drawing the Ferocidon, if I'm not mistaken. Opponent goes face, which makes sense. Here's an Emperor. Minus on your thing. Gain 2. Sweet. Woo! 3-0, baby! 3-0. See you next round. Match number 4, 3-0, baby. Let's keep this hand. We have some early interaction. I have a couple of land drops. Ooh, land drops. I like that. So I think I want to play this on the white side and pass the turn. Bone Crusher face. There we go. Fable. So this is kind of interesting here. Let's see what we find. Whoops. Verdict is a little bit interesting. I think we keep both of these. Let's keep both of these. And I'm gonna shock into Apparition the Fable. And if my opponent wants to offer the trade, I'll take it. Set up this Verdict. They missed land drop, that's good for me. That's probably enough for me to want a Wrath. Blue, white, white. No more board state for you, opponent. Graveyard Trespasser. Ward, discard the card. It's kind of annoying, actually. Let's just go to Theory Plus. Fuck Nykthos. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. We haven't played against Mono Green, but I mean, I can't imagine it's gonna be too great for us. Dreadbore? That deck's playing Dreadbore? Jeez. Okay. I was not expecting Dreadbore. Man, this is a really big clock. Can we find Omnath, please? Would love to Omnath here. 25 mana on turn 4. I mean, that sounds fair to me. I don't know what you're talking about. What could go wrong? So let's go Conundrum here. I kind of want to hold up March for then. This doesn't have Menace. So we're gonna take 3. This, I'm playing a dangerous game here, but I think that I have to do this. Like, then is lethal, right? So they kind of have to go for it. And I go down to 3. Although I guess at that point they flip Trespasser, but then we flip it back. So it's not that big of a deal. All right, opponent's being patient. So we're gonna go down to 3, which is obviously scary. Oh, this only drains when it exiles creatures. Interesting. So that's a Bone Crusher. Huh. So... One, two, three, four, five, Yorion. So I guess we are dead here unless we draw something. My opponent may not go for it for what's worth, but I don't know if I'm gonna need the mana, so. So we kind of need to find another March. So let's scry first. Oh, bottom those. Another Conundrum and Wandering Emperor. Yeah, you're one turn too late. A little bit unfortunate. So now if they do activate, then we're just dead on board. Yeah. All right. Red, black. So this Gust card seems fine. Conquer's Death actually sounds fantastic. Fall of the Throne seems kind of good in this matchup. I'm kind of into it. Maybe one Verdict. Oh, the portable holes don't really kill anything. Apparitions are just better. They run very few basics too. I mean, we have 3 Field of Ruins. It's not like super crazy relevant. Doesn't really change anything as far as what we're trying to do. Fall of the Throne doesn't care at all about basics. It doesn't discriminate. Everything. Everything's gone. No messing around. We're gonna be on the play here. And this hand looks pretty good. Let's keep it. I guess it's not as good as I thought, but it's okay. Like I'm gonna keep it anyways. Turn 1, tapped Source. Turn 2, tapped Source. Your go. So now Field can set up if I really want to Omnath, but I don't have the Omnath just yet, and I'd rather save the Field for one of their man lands or creature lands. I can also just Yorion on 3. Thoughtseize, Duress. That's a lot better than Thoughtseize even. So they're probably gonna take Emperor. Yep. Can't really see them taking anything else there. Shark is interesting, but I still think that I'm gonna Yorion to hand here. It's like it's a pretty good turn where I'm not doing anything particularly productive otherwise. Honestly, Graveyard Trespasser is kind of beating. That card, like, we can only answer it 1 for 1 with Verdict. Do this. Okay. So many Duresses, so little time. They should definitely take Shark here. It's the only 2 for 1 I have in my hand. They take March. Interesting. Croxa. I think I'm in Skyclave. Would love to find Soul Guide Lantern here. End step, I think we're just gonna cycle Shark. We don't have a red for Omnath currently, but that's fine. We also don't have an Omnath. So that's gonna take us a minute to set up anyways. Fable. I really would like to, you know, make this shark into a 3/3, but because it doesn't die to shock. That sucks. Omen is good though. I like Omen there. Omen of the Sea. Okay. So I think we want both of these, right? Yeah, I think we want both of these. So let's go top and top. Detention Sphere, the Fable. We could also Detention Sphere the token, and then next turn we Yorion, but then my opponent's gonna get 2 looks, they're gonna get to deploy the Croxa. I don't think it's that good for us overall. And they also get closer to drawing a Thoughtseize, and then they Thoughtseize my Yorion, and it's all sorts of trouble. Okay, so they swing for 2. I wonder if they're gonna play Bone Crusher here. Tapped land. Only 2 cards left in hand. They're not particularly close to this Croxa, which is good for me. They do play the Bone Crusher. Gust is nice. So what we can do is Field of Ruin, kill this. We're gonna take 4 and march this. Because I don't think I want to gust this. And then we can set up... The problem is... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Yorion. I'm gonna get my 2 for 1. I'm gonna force my opponent to have Dreadbore. And obviously I don't want them to get back the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, I think that this is just the best thing. I'm just so afraid of Thoughtseize, right? Like, if Thoughtseize does come down, it just blows me out so badly. Right on time. If opponent attacks with Bone Crusher, I'm blocking. Yeah, definitely. If they want a 2 for 1 themselves to kill my Yorion, I think that's a fine trade for me. They probably have another Bone Crusher. Like, you committed, right? Like, you have to do it now. Like, whatever it is that you have opponent, you should just do it. They have committed to this play. K command is so much worse than anything else that could have happened. Ugh. Jesus. That's so much. So let's discard Conundrum here. And I guess we're gonna... I guess I don't have too much the token. That's big. I'm gonna do this now so that they're incentivized to Croxa, and then I can gas the Croxa. If they draw Thoughtseize off the top, though, we get destroyed. I'm gonna take 2 from this goblin. The name of these lands, no idea what they tap for. Yeah, they're weird. Alright, so that was a whiff at least. They draw instead of playing Croxa. It's kind of weird. Okay. Green, blue. Here's Somnath. Gonna gain some life. Pass the turn. And now this is officially an Omnath game. Chandra. Gus the Chandra. I imagine they're gonna put it on top. Yeah, they put it on top. So they can Croxa now. They have double stomp. All right. Yeah, I mean, if my opponent's gonna draw like this, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay. Okay, so here's Conundrum. Teferi. Okay, alright. Alright. We play then. We play then. So this kills the Bone Crusher, and this kills the Croxa. So I have to hold on to the Temple Garden to discard to the Croxa trigger. Alright, that Teferi is obviously very, very big. Did they top Chandra? I think they may have. I think they did top Chandra, yes. They did top Chandra, but Chandra doesn't answer Teferi though. And Conquer's Death does take care of Chandra, so not super worried about that. There's Chandra. 2 mana. So they're gonna Croxa and Bone Crusher. There's Bone Crusher. And here comes... Oh, double Bone Crusher? Okay. So pass the turn. Plus... Let's see what we find first. Soulguard Lantern would be sick. Okay, so... We probably have to play this card. And we're killing the Chandra, I think. Play this out. Pass the turn. And I guess we're gonna march one of these. Discard Temple Garden to Croxa. I guess it depends on what my opponent does here, because if they attack both Bone Crushers at the Teferi, then I'm not gonna do anything. You just go face. Huh, that's very interesting. So we're just gonna kill one of these Bone Crushers. We take 4, down to 10. Teferi goes down to 2. But that means we get to draw another extra card. And then we probably have to play second Teferi and minus on the Croxa. Because the second Bone Crusher forced our hand. Stomp. Dude! Whiff! Whiff once, please! Just one time. Can you please whiff one time? Just once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have to draw Verdict or Bust, right? We have 3 Verdicts in our deck. We gotta draw Verdict or land into Verdict specifically. Verdict, and I think that we win. If we find Verdict, I think we actually win the game. Because then Elspeth... Oh, yeah, right in time. So this is a redraw, I guess. And now we are dead. Yeah. All right. That's disappointing. Oh, should have scryed on upkeep. You're definitely right. You're definitely right. I should have scryed on upkeep. Should have definitely scryed on upkeep. We wouldn't have gotten there anyways, but should have done it. This is gonna be a Supreme Verdict. Never mind. Okay. All right. See you for the last round. All right. Last round, sitting at 3-1, which is nice, but this hand is not nice. This hand is much better. So let's keep this and let's bottom the island. So turn 1, play Headquarters. Say go. No 5-0, bad deck. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, it is a bad deck, so there's also that. Snow covered island. Now one of the... Yeah, this is mono blue. I imagine this matchup is as good as the amount... Ooh, both of these are really nice, actually. This matchup is probably only as good as the amount of Supreme Verdicts that we draw. And I think because of counter magic, I'm gonna main phase this right now because I think it's really important for me to resolve. Really sucks to have to bottom that, but Skyclave is nice though. Double Teferi, not so much, but Skyclave is nice. It's not bad, it's beautiful. Bad, beautiful, it's basically the same thing. I'm gonna cycle Shark. But Dagger from Plus, it's so much conviction, might as well be top tier. Exactly. It's all about how much you're committed, you know? How much you're putting into it. So I think I'm just chump blocking with the Shark. And I want to cycle here, get my mountain. Shark, 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 Shark. They don't play Queller, which make the matchup so much worse. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Fading Hope? Wow, that's gross. That's so disgusting. Yikes. Well, show me the counterspell. Stampy is 1, 2, 3. Think of the fellow. Yes! Woo! That's hot. Rattle chains? What? Oh my god, I'm so dead. So I have like 1 or 2 turns to find Supreme Verdict and then I lose. That's a spirit? Disgusting. This is literally a 2-turn clock. That's so gross. Wow. Not the time nor the place, Fall of the Fran. Not the time nor the place. Holy shit. Well, that was unbeatable. As I said, like, it depends on how many... Like, the only thing that matters is how many Super Verdicts we draw, and we drew none, so we lost. I like our chances post-sideboard, though. I like our chances post-sideboard. Does this even target anything? Probably doesn't, right? I think I'd rather have vetoes instead of that. Farewell is probably terrible. You ordered that deck a while ago. I looked sweet though. Looked sweet. Mono blue spirits. I don't think veto is particularly good, by the way, but I mean it's better than this that does 5 mana do nothing. So I'd rather have a 2 mana do nothing than a 5 mana do nothing. That's just me. That is just me. The deck is like 4 ticks online. Nice. The most expensive card in paper is the Snowlands. That is awesome, actually. This is a no... I'm gonna keep this hand regardless, though. This is a no verdict hand, however. I do like Growth Spirals quite a bit, however, though. So... I think we just end step the Growth Spiral. May I ramp, please? I may. Sweet. Play that tapped. Okay. I like that. Nah. That seems worth countering, right? Green, blue. Play that. So I probably want another blue source here. We can make a 4/4 shark now, which is a lot bigger than the previous shark that we made. Rattle chains. I thought it was Titan HQ. What is happening here? Yeah, I do some other things every now and then. It's not all Titan all the time. It's mostly Titan most of the time, but it's not all Titan all the time. There's no way they kept Fading Hope, right? There's just no way they kept Fading Hope. 0%. They kept Fading Hope. Slip out the back. Wow. Okay. Not staying true to my brand. I know. I'm a faker. Oh, I should have put Urine to hand. Whoops. That was definitely not on purpose. It's the Titan HQ where Fran does anything for the right amount of money. Exactly. That is very accurate. Supreme Phantom. Okay. You want to trade here? Oh, you do want to trade. Okay, cool. So here's this girl. Sweet. So we're gonna make a white. How about we also play this card? My opponent is gonna be so conundrumed after this. Confounding what? What? Yeah? Write the card. Read the card, opponent. Read it. We're gonna plus, we're gonna attack, and we're gonna like it. Take your 3, opponent. I think I want to save this Omnath because it gets got by dispute or like a myriad of other cards. So my Wandering Emperor is gonna die. It's kind of fine. Sets up my verdict very nicely. Have we folded Fran? Anyone? Two different people have fallen to the Fran stabs. 2 different people have tasted the fall of the Fran. Siggy Sal, thank you for the follow. 2 different people have fallen to the Thran. Green, white, blue, red. This guy. God bless me. You're gonna see the VOD in a couple of days, Stabs. Disdainful Stroke? How is that even fair? Do I just verdict? Opponent's down to 1 card in hand. I think I just verdict. The problem is if I play Urine and they have the mana leak, we get so blown out, and we're just blanking the mana leak right now. If I noodle and they have mana leak, like I'm turning a dead card in their hand into the best card they could have. Like it just makes no sense to do that. Like it's just a bad play. So now the noodle is free to resolve. Also nice that we have counter magic to back it up. Can't wait for my opponent to play Faceless Haven. Can't wait. I'll block you. Do you have time for another league? Has more mana and no filter. I was gonna play a different thing, but if you want me to play another league with this, I may have time for another one. Depends on how quickly we finish this one, I guess. So I guess I do want to jam here. Where can I see the Elementals combo deck? It's a great question. I posted about it earlier today. We want Teamer. Alright, I can do Teamer. That's really good right here. That is so ridiculously good. That is so ridiculously good. Could also do a Paul. I could. The problem is nobody's paying me to play the other deck, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I played the 4-color Elementals last week. This one is better. I actually went 4-1 with this in a league, which is far and away the best I've done with the archetype, so... Clearly the deck is now officially busted. Bidding War. Yeah, it sounds about right, actually. So there's 4. Here is The Skyclave apparition. There is your dead guy. Good. Good! I like where things are going now. I am okay with the current state of affairs. Game number 3. Game number 3. This is probably as good as I can do, right? So we're just gonna say okay. Confounding Conundrum, obviously not the best card that we could do in the in the thing, right? But in the deck. I guess after we resolved the Orion, this was a 2-mana draw too, so it's not the worst. Could have been worse. I can't believe you severed out the deck's namesake. Yeah, I also can't believe how my opponent chose to have all 1 and 2 drops, right? Farewell for 1 confounding. I don't think this card is going to be very good. I feel like a 6-drop sweeper is exactly what my opponent wants me to be doing. Oh man, this hand. Like, I feel like I have to keep it, but I don't like it. Okay. Sure. That guy is kind of okay. As long as I don't have the enchantment, we're probably okay here. Really like that. So that allows me to go turn 3 Skyclave with Dispute up. So Stabs with the Dono, thank you Stabs. Yeah, so now we can go turn 3 Skyclave with mana up to Dispute, which is kind of nice. They did draw the enchantment, it looks like. Yeah, okay. I'm still gonna go for that play though. Oh geez. Well, that's a lot scarier. Verdict. One time. Verdict off the top. Chat, give me that energy. Chat, I want your energy, chat. Verdict. You're killing me, chat. Why are you not giving me your energy, chat? Why are you not giving me your energy, chat? Which one am I killing? I think I'm killing Rattle Chains. Like, I don't think that the card draw is gonna matter too much. And this means that I can make a 3/3 Shark, and it lines up well. You didn't give us enough time for energy, the lag is real. Damn it. Once again, we got by the lag. Attack. Attack! Okay. Mean. Brutal. So we're gonna cycle Shark here. Cycle Shark. Cycle Shark. Do you have the bounce spell? Please no bounce spell. Okay. That's good, chat. That's good. We're doing it, chat. We're doing it. We're currently in the process of doing it. We drew Conundrum too? It's terrible. Like, it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do shit. So I think I want to just main phase this Wandering Emperor and play around Spell Pierce. And we're gonna activate right now. If they have the 1 mana bounce the thing, that's brutal, but... Alright. I think I like my spot, chat. I think I like my spot. Mystical Dispute. You got me. Alright, pass the turn. PNG Darcy, thank you for the follow. 3 Curious Obsession in the top 14 cards. Yeah, it's fine. I'll block. Can I block, please? Woof. This is hot. This is hot, chat. This is hot. What are we doing here? We're definitely +1ing onto the apparition? Or do we +1 on Shark token? This gives it first strike, right? It doesn't give it vigilance, so I'm just gonna plus on apparition. Zwing. And now I could play Tef into Mystical Dispute, or I can just put Urine in hand and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then play around Dispute next turn. I think I like that better. This is looking good, Chad. This is looking good. This is looking pretty good. Swing for 4. Another question is, would I rather have a Teferi in play, or would I rather have a Yorion in play? And I think that Teferi is the answer. Disdainful Stroke. All right. Got me. Four and 1 with Follow the Fran. The Frans have fallen. Look. The Frans did fall. We played against multiple tier decks. We played against Mono Red. We played against Mono Blue. The only deck that beat us was the red-black mid-range deck, which was pretty powerful. This deck was hilarious. The fact that we actually did put the combo together of Follow the Fran plus Conundrum was just really funny. Obviously, it's more of the overall power level of the deck, but against Phoenix, maybe there was a way that they could have gotten back in the game if we hadn't put the combo together. So it was really nice that we actually got to to do some memeing. Is this deck great? Yes, it is. And it makes me wonder, why are 4-color Yorion piles so underplayed, right? Like, because we managed to get a fairly easy 4 and 1, and like, we're playing all these shit cards in our deck, right? Like, we could be playing real cards instead of all of this garbage that we have sitting here because of our stupid combo, and it could potentially be so much better. So why is nobody playing some value piles in Pioneer? I wonder if it's just worth spending some time trying to build some value pile sort of decks and try to see if they actually work out. But they certainly did in this league. We almost 5-0'd. So yeah, deck looked fairly strong. So definitely a thing that you can do. And if you're playing in paper, I don't know, like, is there anything better than you tapping 6 mana and casting Follow the Fran? Like, imagine your opponent's face when you put a Follow the Fran on the stack. Like, it has to be absolutely glorious, right? But yeah, hopefully you had some fun. I did. I sure did. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.